Alright guys, and welcome back. I am Largo, and today we're going to check out another death battle. Today it's going to be Shao Kahn versus Bison, Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. Now, I'm going to be straight with you. I am a Mortal Kombat person, MK for life, way back in the day when arcades were still a real thing. While a lot of my friends gravitated towards the Street Fighter arcade cabinets, all my quarters went into that Mortal Kombat one because that's where I'm at. That's what's up. Mortal Kombat for life, guys. All right, let's go into it. Let's see what the boys at Death Battle have to say about Shao Kahn and Bison, basically boss characters of their second titles, right? I believe both Shao Kahn and Bison appeared in Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter 2 as their respective endgame bosses. So let's go ahead and check this out and see what they have to say.
The final boss, a nightmarish foe meant to test your skill to the fullest.
And sometimes they're just plain cheap, like Shao Kahn the Conqueror.
Or Master Bison.
Early Shao Kahn was very cheap.
Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Shao Kahn is the evil ruler of Outworld, conqueror of worlds, and owner of one of the most badass voices ever, excluding yours truly, of course.
Too easy.
Though he did not start out that way, oddly enough, in a manner similar to Raiden's assignment to Earth, the Elder Gods personally selected Kahn to protect the rather bleak realm of Outworld.
Turns out it really didn't need protecting.
Shao Kahn became the chief advisor to Outworld's ancient ruler, the Dragon King Onaga. Together, they began a war spanning the multiverse, conquering the other realms of existence one by one.
Good choice on that one, gods. And why did they even think this guy needed a bodyguard?
But Kahn does not like sharing power, and soon poisoned Onaga, taking the Emperor's throne as his own.
He now rules Outworld with an iron fist and a giant maul, the Rat Hammer. He can summon this monstrous sledgehammer out of thin air to finish foes in seconds, or decimate Whack-A-Mole records.
He is a master of the dark arts, and often uses his magic to enhance his lethal attacks or create energy constructs of weapons, just as deadly as the real thing. He has even used his sorcery to manipulate and erase the minds of others.
It's like
People legitimately forget, because Shao Kahn is such a big, muscular, imposing character, people forget that Shao Kahn is the single most proficient user of magic in the entire setting, with the exception of maybe gods or elder gods. But if you want to limit it to, he's the single most proficient mortal magic user in the setting. That is 100% true. And I know people are going to say, well, what about Shang Tsung? What about Quan Chi? You know who taught Shang Tsung how to use his powers? Shao Kahn.
Shang Tsung. Yes, Emperor. The Empress requires something of you. See there.
Physically and magically, he is a force to be reckoned with.
like Magic Vegas.
He can also access his inner beast to transform into this thing.
Quick, make me
We're not going to talk about that.
forget that shit.
Right, never happened. Now, despite living in a completely separate dimension, Shao Kahn is well versed in two variants of Chinese Kung Fu, Dai Zu and Liu Wei, which generally focus on powerful strikes and solid defense.
He mixes these arts with his magic for a moveset that's all about absolutely obliterating his opponent. He rams people with charging spikes, and even shoots fireballs from his mouth and laser beams from his eyes.
And if his foe gets the upper hand, he can deflect any kind of projectiles back with his mystical Emperor's shield.
And of course, he always finishes his fights with a brutal fatality and epic one-liner.
Shao
Dude!
Kahn wins.
Is that your best?
Just bisecting someone with your bare hands.
He's a living tank, bulldozing down anybody dumb enough to get in his way. He has taken deadly blows time and time again and keeps getting back up. More pissed off than anything else.
But while his tenacity may be his greatest strength, his arrogance is easily his biggest weakness.
You will die.
His endurance and longevity stems from his ability to steal the souls of others. Devouring a soul grants him longer life and the inherent power attributed to the victim. He is not a perfect conqueror, as he is restricted to the rules set by the Elder Gods. In order to invade a realm, Kahn's chosen warriors must defeat the defenders 10 times in a row in the form of a tournament of Mortal Kombat held every 50 years. Which he was doing pretty well until he came to Earth.
But even after losing the battle for Earth, he just outsmarted the Elder Gods and eventually outlasted every other combatant to achieve the power of Armageddon. Until Raiden reversed time because he's a sore loser.
But his proudest accomplishment is his takeover of Edenia, the most powerful and respected realm of all. And as trophies for this victory, Kahn took Edenia's queen and princess as his own wife and daughter.
Nice.
I am Shao Kahn, conqueror of worlds. You will taste no victory.
All right,
Master
Bison.
Bison is the psychopathic founder and leader of the Shadaloo criminal regime. He is incredibly wealthy, socially powerful, and public enemy #1 of the Allied nations.
Oh, so the M means master!
Well, yes and no. In Japan, M. Bison is really named Vega. Our Vega's name is actually Balrog, and Balrog the boxer goes by the full name of Mike Bison.
Yeah.
I get it, like Mike Tyson. Why was that a big enough deal to change all the names to... Oh...
Anyway, after murdering his own parents at a young age, he was found and raised by a tribe of nomadic gypsies.
Wait, are we still talking about Tyson?
The gypsy leader took Bison under her wing and trained him in the art of soul power, an ancient art
Soul
of utilizing
power.
the very essence of one's soul as a tool.
But since Bison's kind of a prick, he quickly mastered soul power and began developing his own, much better version.
See, Bison realized his soul was composed of 2 halves, one good, one evil. He forcefully dispelled all the goodness from his soul, thus pioneering one of the most destructive energies in fictional history, psycho power.
This place shall become your grave!
Yes, he literally weaponized his soul. And a weird little thing, that good part of his soul, it physically manifested into a woman named Rose. Bison quickly built his criminal empire with
Okay, well, didn't know that. Didn't know that Rose was actually the other part of Bison's soul.
the intent of taking over the world, one day at a time.
The day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Raul Julia, R.I.P. man, what a great, that was the only thing, that man playing Bison was the only thing that held that entire movie together.
Fan service!
But it turns out his true motives are not even close to what you'd expect.
The governments of Earth are polluting the planet and obliterating its natural resources. Shadow Law will stamp them out and rule this planet.
Master Bison, he's our hero, gonna take pollution down to 0.
His psycho power
Gonna help him conquer the world. I'm a group of guys who like to kung fu bitches.
His psycho power is immensely powerful and adaptable. Bison can use it for flight, telekinesis, teleportation, and even psychic brainwashing, which has become quite a hobby of his.
With psycho power, he developed his own unique fighting style, Shadowluism.
Shadowluism focuses on
Shadow.
speed and destructive force over all else, made possible by such moves as the Psycho Cannon, the Head Stomp, a Scissor Kick,
And that cheap-ass slide kick, over and over and over again.
as well as his deadliest attack, the Psycho Crusher, which at full power can kill a normal human being in one shot. M. Bison is extremely cocky, considering himself no less than a god, and for good reason. He has been impaled, electrocuted, shot point blank, crushed underneath a building, yet could resume the fight like nothing happened.
The only Street Fighter who was able to pretty much put him down single-handedly was Akuma. But the Raging Demon is supposed to destroy a person's soul, yet Bison's soul survived to fight another day.
Psycho power has only one major flaw. Bison's human body cannot contain its full potential, and will eventually break down. Fortunately for Bison, he can transfer his soul into other compatible bodies once his current one is used up.
Okay, I will say it's pretty dope that he's made his soul, if you will, his soul power, soul energy so powerful that it literally destroys and outlasts his physical body, and he can just put his soul into a different body. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting.
But even if that fails, Bison says screw caution and busts out one last trick. his ultimate form, Final Bison.
The final Bison form unleashes the Psycho Power's full potential. Sure, it completely mutilates his body, but its sheer power practically guarantees victory.
So who gives a shit?
Especially since he can always possess some other helpless victim's body when he's done.
Told you, he's a prick.
Yes, yes, I killed your father. What is it with you women anyway? I killed my father too, and you don't hear me whining about it.
All right. Shao Kahn versus Bison. After hearing what they both got, I'm still going with Kahn. MK for life, my dudes. MK for life. And as cool as some of the stuff Bison has is, you're basically telling me that here's a man who fights with the power of his soul, fighting a person who's been around for tens of thousands of years, specifically because he consumes people's souls.
Ultimate Psycho Crusher!
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit!
Okay, let's see what happens.
Kneel before my psycho power!
Prepare to die.
All right, looks like we got OG sprites here. All right, let's go.
Too easy.
Psycho Crusher! Worthless. Just try to withstand my psycho power. Frightened? Grovel before me. I'll scar Nightmare Booster! This place shall become your grave! Utter scum!
Is that your best? Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn. Flawless victory.
My psycho power knows no limit!
Final Bison.
Death awaits.
Dirty. Dirty.
Fatality.
You garbage.
Get eaten.
KO!
That can't be good.
While Bison is one of the deadliest street fighters, and surviving the Raging Demon proves he can protect his soul, Shao Kahn's thousands of years of combat experience, combined with his brutal tenacity, ultimately triumph.
Oh, the shoulder
also,
charge.
Kahn's otherworldly makeup means it's
I'm not gonna lie, I get a little bit of PTSD flashbacks from the arcade days and having to deal with Shao Kahn's shoulder charge, because they did it in the video here. If you were unlucky, the AI would spam the shoulder charge 4, 5, 6 times, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just get wrecked. The very early versions of Shao Kahn were super cheesy, and they would just spam like the same move over and over again.
extremely unlikely Bison's soul could possess him if given the chance.
Hell no! Hell no! There's no way Bison is gonna possess Shao Kahn's body. Are you kidding me? Get out of here, man. First off, it's not even a human body. It's an outworlder body. Shao Kahn is not human at all. And frankly, he doesn't even fit the mold for outworld native inhabitants either. Nobody's actually sure what species Shao Kahn is. He's not Tarkatan. He's not Shokin. He's not Centaur. He's not native outworlder. Like, nobody even knows what Shao Kahn is. So good luck attacking his physiology. Not to mention, he's a dude who has literally mastered the magic of souls. This feels a lot like trying to attack a fat guy with a Twinkie. Like, it's not gonna work. All you're doing is making him hungry.
And is no stranger to brainwashing. Hell, he used it on his own wife and daughter for years. Not to mention, Bison's soul-fueled psycho power isn't the best weapon against somebody who eats souls for breakfast.
Thank you.
Shao Kahn has gained power from every soul he's devoured. By the rules of Mortal Kombat and assuming the possibility of losses, Kahn has consumed at least 60 billion souls over 10,000 years.
Looks like Kahn had a final soul-lution for Bison.
The winner is Shao Kahn.
All right, guys, that was Death Battle, Shao Kahn versus M. Bison, and I'm gonna have to agree with the outcome of this. Shao Kahn is hands down more powerful in every respect than M. Bison is. He simply is. That's just the way it is. There's no way to cut it in any other direction. I can't even conceive of any way M. Bison could have won against Shao Kahn. He's just on a different level. They're very similar. They're both big bad boss guys in their respective fighting games that kind of peaked in notoriety in the early titles and have since been replaced, for lack of a better word, as the final villain of the respective series. Yes, they come back from time to time, you know, but there's other big baddies out there now in both of their series. I think this was pretty clean cut, simple, straightforward. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be arguing the outcome of this battle unless they are as much of a fan of Street Fighter as I am of Mortal Kombat. But even then, I think this kind of speaks for itself. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. And as always, consider clicking the subscribe button to help the channel grow. Most importantly is leave a comment down below. What other death battles should I check out? What other videos in general should I check out? Go ahead and leave them in the comments and we can get to them in the future. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. Take care of yourselves and have a great day.